Welcome to a special broadcast here on the Media Report. Something new. We're calling it Talking News. You're laughing because I just made that up. Just made that up off the top of my head. Talking News. A lot of talking news, talking views, maybe. Maybe a little
news and views.
News and views. I like that. This is Halie Norris. If you've watched the show, you know who Halie is. Because
I never know what to do with my hands.
You've been trying to get you through that commercial for like 3 minutes. I'm just playing. Actually, just as recently as this morning, Zach Slater at Emerald's Triangle said he loved your commercial. He told me, he said, it's so personable, it's funny. He said, I laugh when I see it. So then there's that. That's good.
I mean, you can't forget my name or anything.
No,
sure.
It's there forever. It is. So we were sitting here, we said to ourselves, because we were going to talk a little bit about real estate, and we thought, well, we can do that too, but
it can get so boring.
It can get a little bit boring. I mean, the process, it's an intense and detailed one, and that's why you're an expert in it, to make it easy for everybody.
Yeah.
So
I don't need to tell you all about it, because that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, just come let her do that for you. Okay, commercial out of the way. Now We'll talk about news.
And views.
And views. Well, okay, so we were sitting here and we were saying, what do we want to talk about? Because there was a couple of different stories, and I had one that popped up that I really, and I was adamant, okay, we've got to talk about this, because it's the worst supermarket chains, the worst grocery chains in America. And I know this sounds subjective, but Reader's Digest come out with a news story. This was published today, and they were listing which ones are the worst in America. And what surprised me was how many in Arkansas, Northeast Arkansas, were on the list. In fact, some of the ones that made the worst were like our favorites. We just got an Aldi's in town, right? Yeah. Everybody's so pumped up about Aldi's, and it was on the list.
I've never even been to an Aldi's.
You know, it's nice. It's so different, though, because you have, like, they make you put the little quarter in the...
for your cart.
For your cart. Yeah, so you got to take it all the way back.
Not going there.
You want somebody to come out and get that cart?
I mean, no, I'll put my cart up.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on you got to put your own cart up.
Yeah.
You don't put your cart up. I always say it just shows the level of someone's success.
Ooh,
like the
that's
success,
true.
I mean, your follow through. And of course, there's always going to be the people who make the excuses that say, oh, but I have 4 kids and it was raining. Well, that doesn't count if it's raining. I'm just talking about on a regular day. I don't care if it's hot. Even we'll teach my kid, like, because he'll say, I don't want to go put the cart up. And I said, we put the cart up.
Yes. Because if you just leave it out there, it's anarchy, right?
Totally.
Destroying the world.
Yeah. I mean, you could hit a car. You're lazy. You're wasting the little cart boys' time. They get to wander around and play on their cell phones instead of just going to the little buggy thing.
Yeah.
Doing their job and taking it back in.
Making their lives harder. I like trying to, okay, now, and I'm joking a little bit about this, but in all seriousness, I do yesterday I went to Walmart, which, by the way, no surprise for me. Well, it was a little bit of a surprise. Walmart was number 1 on the list. So it's the worst. According to Reader's Digest, it's a news story. I get it, because I got out of the truck yesterday at Walmart, and the first thing I see in the spot next to me is a baby's diaper. It was not unoccupied. And so it was just laying there like this.
And the gel was all like...
Yeah. It was like a flower, a blooming flower, and instead of pollen, there was something else that begins with a P. Oh, but it was nasty. And so, of course, I have to go buy food right after seeing that sight. I just want to get in the truck and go home. Because, and so
you didn't want to step in it?
So does one of these poor cart cleaning people have to go clean that up? Is that what's going to happen?
No, the parking lot people that are there late at night.
Oh, gosh.
They would be cleaning. It gets swept. Ooh, and then that gel probably gets strung across, and then, people walk through it, and then probably some kid comes along and drops his Skittle on the ground and then picks it up and eats it.
Oh, that's just
people of America.
That is awful. Don't put your diapers. No more diapers in the parking lot.
That's why Walmart made the worst list.
Because somebody parked there right before I did, before they finished writing the story.
And that was here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
and that was Parker Road, which is supposed to be everybody's favorite.
That's supposed to be, the nice one.
Isn't that what everybody says?
Yeah.
Isn't that, the nice Walmart? And it was, well, it was rough. I'm sorry. But
someone at that Walmart...
Well, somebody knows who they
know who they are.
They're the offender out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the people who leave their carts out, And you try to pull in a parking spot. What do you say when there's a cart there? Jerk.
Jerk.
Exactly.
Yeah. Somebody left a cart behind me at Food Smart, because that's near my house, and I like them. They're cheap. And they put a cart behind my truck, so block me in. So actually, the other day, they left their cart. I've never had that happen before. Somebody blocked me into a parking spot. That actually happened. So
yeah, no, I wouldn't be cool with that. They are probably very unsuccessful. I'm just gonna say
they are losers for the rest of their life.
So remember that when you have a cart, if you just leave it there, be like, God, am I really a loser? Like,
the answer was already yes.
Yeah.
I remember one time my cousin and I were having food at like 2 a.m. at IHOP. And of course, you can imagine why we were there at 2 a.m. So it'll give you an idea of the state of our minds. And as we're there, some guy comes up, and my cousin just really did not like him. He said, that guy's going to be a loser for the rest of his life. And I said, that's so harsh. How do you know that? Because he already is. What was his answer? I think you and my cousin get along, actually.
If it looks like a duck and walks like a duck.
It may be a goose. No, that's not the same.
I mean, it could be.
It might want to buy a house.
What?
It might want to buy a house. The duck.
A duck?
My cousin. I don't know.
The loser?
No.
I mean, I'm not calling your cousin a loser.
No, he's totally not. He's a winner. Maybe the guy he was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of IHOP, did you hear when they changed their names to IHOP? You don't like that.
So seriously, I'm waiting. Like, they're gonna come out. This is a marketing ploy, is all this is, right? Like,
right.
Obviously, B stood for breakfast.
I thought so.
It stood for breakfast.
We all thought so.
And they come out with this like spiel about burgers.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but
come on now. That was to get people talking, because there's probably not a person in America that isn't talking about burgers
now,
or IHOP being the burger place. They're talking about IHOP.
Yeah,
and then
worked.
you've got people like Wendy's and Denny's and all these other restaurants that are like basically helping IHOP.
It sounds so weird.
With their marketing idea. I
Yeah.
mean, it's kind of genius if you think about it.
I mean, I wanted to bash them a little bit for it, but they've gotten so much free publicity out of it you can't.
No, it's smart.
It's smart.
It's just like Wendy's making fun of like how they have those hilarious tweets and stuff.
I love Wendy's on social media.
Yes, like Wendy's. Now, KFC's commercials, those are like off the chain weird and me out.
Definitely weird.
But they get your attention.
And something they did on social media too, they followed on Twitter 11, they followed, what was it, 6 people named Herb and the 5 Spice Girls. So they were following 11 herbs and spices.
Oh.
I'm not even kidding. And the first person that noticed that on Twitter and contacted them got like a lifetime or free or a year supply of KFC.
Oh my God.
And that, yeah, which was terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was pretty good for me. If I got a year's supply, you could fit it into like a $1 bill because I never go there. Sorry, KFC, I'm just not a big fan. I like tropical smoothie. That's what I'm doing. But I'm trying to, eat healthier, which is why every time I come on the live stream, I look like I gained 5 pounds. But IHOP, they're going to have a competition. IHOP. God, that's not natural.
No, it's really not. Because IHOP, well, IHOP is a word. Hob is not a word.
Yeah, because you can IHOP, but you can't IHOB.
IHOB.
Hobble is what it sounds like to me. I don't like kind of a...
I think they're just going to be like, we're just kidding.
We're kidding. Well, if they change the name on the Caraway Road restaurant, then we'll know they're for real.
Yeah.
But to me, I think it's just a name thing. Although, I want to try their burgers to give them a shot, which is, again, they win. Obviously, they've won me. But I don't think they're going to be able to compete with, like, Skinny J's, the place we got downtown. Even B.A. Burrito, man, they got some.
Everybody talks about those burgers. I'm not like, I've had them. They're
not a burger person.
Yeah, I'm really not. I'm like, I don't want buns. I don't want nothing on it. Like, I just want a Halie grilled.
I'm not going to push her off here if I'm not careful.
Halie grilled burger. No bun.
No bun. Why?
What?
Is this breaking news?
Breaking.
Dip it in mustard?
Yeah, just yellow mustard.
Well, is there any other kind?
Yeah, like hot kind.
Oh, okay, true.
Pardon me, do you have any
Great
grapefruit
Poupon? That's true. That's funny. Okay, so I've not done that before, but I'm guessing you're saving on carbs.
It's good to dip popcorn in mustard too.
Oh no. Well, who are you right now?
You should try it.
You are really popcorn?
your mustard.
Has anybody in the chat room, you got to tell me right now, is there anybody to corroborate this? Because this is
Yellow mustard, not hot mustard.
not blue mustard.
And not the like home style, like you pop it at home in your microwave popcorn, like
No.
the kind of popcorn that comes out of a machine, like at a
Machine.
You know, like the movie theater popcorn, or
The one the Malco popcorn?
when I was a kid, we used to always go swimming at the Jonesboro Country Club, and you know they have free popcorn. So
I
that's
didn't know that.
Yeah, they do, right? Like inside, but you would go in and get free popcorn.
Hey, look, the Hillcrest Pool of Pocahontas one is nice. Okay.
You go in and you would I would get mustard, packets of mustard.
Really?
That's what I would always eat, and I don't know why, but I just always kind of stuck.
I went to the Hillcrest Pool of Pocahontas. I got electrocuted once. Actually, I got shocked because I'm still here. Their soda machine. We were getting out of the pool, and we were all wet. We'd hit the soda machine and shock us. There's something obviously not right with that. I'm guessing that machine's still there. It's considering.
Yeah,
the
wiring was not good. They probably needed to adjust the GFCIs.
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Those are the things that make it trip, so that way it doesn't.
I just saw the ground cable in the pool and hanging out of it. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't really. But, again, it's funny because the Hillcrest was the only place you could go Pocahontas.
Is that the cool place that they have? What do they have now?
Oh, no. Now they have, because that was like please forgive me, whoever owns it now. That was a crummy hotel with just like a, dumpy pool. Now they have
we used to swim here at the...
No, I'm not.
What do you call it?
The city pool? No. The
Holiday Inn or the Ramada Inn. Like everybody used to have their birthday parties there.
Yeah. Which you would rent out, get a room there just to go to the pool.
Yeah.
I went with my cousin one time. Yep. And by the way, that pool blew the Hillcrest Pool away. There's still no comparison. Okay. I can't even. Hillcrest hates my guts right now. But anyway, there's no comparison. The Aquatic Center in Pocahontas, they have got this huge multi-million-dollar center. It's like every city leader. I remember hearing about how the Jonesboro's leaders drove to Pocahontas en masse, like in a convoy. Pocahontas Mayor told me they all came here and arrived because they wanted a tour of this thing and see it. It's groundbreaking, apparently. Mm-hmm. And it's huge too. So I think it's neat that Pocahontas has got that kind of an aquatic center. Maybe Jonesboro. Do you think we could benefit from one?
Oh, I mean, I've heard some rumors about the fact that there are some things in place that have to do with, the city bought all that land next to Joe McCampbell.
Yes.
And they're doing that huge multi-million-dollar, it's huge, sports complex.
Huge.
There's going to be an Olympics, swimming pool,
Golly.
They're going to be able to bring in, all these teams. There's going to be tennis courts, volleyball courts. Literally, instead of having to hire a whole bunch of people to come in and set up courts, they press buttons.
And that's it?
And it just drops everything down.
Isn't that awesome?
Drop the basketball goals down.
Incredible.
Pretty cool stuff. So
that's what we're getting. I hadn't seen this yet.
And I've heard that they're working on some type of aquatic center or a water park.
I've heard that's in the talks, yes.
But it's one of those things because I'm sure that the insurance and the liability and stuff with something like that is insane. I can't imagine what it would be, but I've heard that there's talks about, city owning the land, leasing it out to somebody. Mm. But I think that that's part of the happenings. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll be able now to have all these people come here.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Have a big, because right now when Jonesboro has, how many schools do we have here?
1,000.
A lot of schools just in Craighead County. You've got Brooklyn?
West Side,
Jonesboro,
Middleton, Valley View. And that you said just Craighead County? Well, you're going to have
Riverside.
Bay, right? Bay, Riverside. And I feel like we're missing another one too.
I think we are.
It's one of the smaller communities, but oh gosh. Well, anyway, you've got
whoever we forgot. That's at least 7.
Just off the top of our heads. Yeah. No notes.
Yeah. So you've got 7 school districts, and then think about so really here in Jonesboro, all we've got is sports.
That's
schools and sports.
Schools and sports.
So why not have these huge, fun? All these different.
It's cool recreational.
Well, what am I talking about? Tournaments. All the tournaments that they have.
Yeah.
People come all from all over. And right now they're having to use all the different schools, and they're having to employ all these different people, and you've got people going all over the place and stuff.
Long travel.
Yeah, but if you had everybody at one place, and everybody's paying to get in at one place,
Jonesboro benefits.
Heck yes.
Absolutely. Well, and Northeast Arkansas, it kind of functions in a way where Jonesboro is sort of the city for all the small towns, And I think we know that. I mean, there's some of the small towns have hospitals, but a lot of them don't even, have a hospital. They have a medical center, and that may be it. Maybe one bank, and then you come to Jonesboro to shop and eat and have fun and do everything else. And so I think that makes sense, because we would add something that this whole area could benefit from. And speaking of, did you hear that there is potential for an IMAX to come into town?
I have heard this.
Yeah.
I think I want to say that I heard it was announced.
It hasn't.
Did I not read something that said that this was announced? You
read a story from NEA Report. I was interviewing. Yes, I was interviewing Josh Brown, and Josh says his quote was, because he even told me afterwards. He goes, I'm not sure if I meant to make a whole big story out of that. And I said, but it's a big story. He said, closer than you might think. IMAX was closer than you might think. And I said, okay, can you give me any more details? Not really, he couldn't. But I said...
That's a pretty big detail, though, coming from him.
From Josh.
They are held, a lot of times in commercial, there's so many things that happen that are really kept a secret until... a secret until it is on go. So the fact that he even said that much, that's kind of a big deal. Dropping
a hint at it was huge, because that means if it's the talks are already happening. To me, that's what that means, right?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
I don't know. Have you ever seen a movie in IMAX?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
I don't remember. It was when I was in school. We'd go to field trips, and we'd go to the Pink Palace.
Yeah.
The IMAX over there.
I saw Inception in IMAX, which was...
I'm sure we didn't watch a real movie.
Yeah, it's probably like a Wales or like a jungle or desert.
National Geographic.
Right, which they do those, and those are cool for the kids too. Yeah. I want to go see Star Wars or something in it, which is dying now. No, it's not. It's the latest Star Wars movie's not even making money. Did you know? But that?
Everybody was talking about it.
Well, they were talking about it, but nobody went and saw it.
I think that people don't want to go to the movies anymore.
I don't. And I hate to say it, 'cause we're talking about IMAX, and I want to see them in Jonesboro, and that might change it, because if you actually have a movie theater that's
bigger,
maybe even serve drinks. Just saying, I know movie theaters do that.
Oh yeah, I've been saying for a long time. So I went to this place in Dallas one time.
Yeah.
It's a movie theater, but you're sitting at little pub tables, kind of.
What? With people? Like pub tables?
Yeah, say me and you went to go to the movies. We could sit at a pub table and be sitting here having a drink and chilling, watching a big screen movie.
That's nice.
Eating little bowls of popcorn, not like a big bucket, but it'd be like a bowl, so that way it's because it's fancier. There's a bar behind you.
That's so much nicer.
Oh, yeah.
Because movies are 2 hours or 3 hours now. I can't sit through a 3-hour movie. Like Lord of the Rings. I don't even know what it's called. That's how nerdy I am.
I don't even know.
Yeah, God of the Rings.
Is there a difference between that and Star Wars?
And Harry Potter.
Aren't they all the same?
It's all the same.
Harry Potter, I am your father, right?
Harry Potter, I am your father, and Lord of the Rings. But those movies were so long, I went and saw one, fell asleep, and I watched the other two on DVD. And I know we're talking 15 years ago now. I've quit going to the movies because I don't have an intermission anymore, and I need my intermission. And
the last time I attempted to go to the movies, the line was all the way down.
What'd you go see?
It was just at the Malco, on a Friday or Saturday night.
Oh gosh, you must have been on a premiere night or something for
No, it's like that all the time. Drive by there.
Really?
Because there's nothing for the young people to do.
Oh yeah, there isn't, and so it's all kids.
That's what all the kids go to, because when you can't drive, you can't go anywhere. Your parents have to drop you off.
Yeah. Oh, and that's one of the things parents can do is, they drop the kids off there, or they drop the kids off at the pool.
When
or
I was
they drop
a teenager,
the kids off
that was literally what we did every Friday and Saturday night.
Get dropped off in the movies?
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I was in Pocahontas. I remember being, I can't remember how old I was, maybe 12, and I remember asking a girl named Jessica to know who she is when she sees this, out on a date. And that's a common name, so you can say it, because it's 1,000 Jessicas that I even know right now. And I was not allowed to take her to the movies without my stepmom coming and sitting in the back and watching us. Yeah, it was weird. I had a weird family. It was. It explains all the
They did
weirdness.
not trust you.
I don't know what they thought I was gonna do. That sounds terrible too.
There's a lot of things that happen with the bear.
Quite obviously, I guess. I just wanted to watch the dang. I think it
You're in
was
the dark. I mean, come on now.
true enough. Well, I was.
You know you can see everything.
Even though I was in my 20s before I built up the courage to experience life. I mean, my gosh, I was afraid to hold a hand when I was a teenager, you know.
Because you could get someone pregnant.
If you can get pregnant by holding hands. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a scientific fact.
That's what happened to me. I held my husband's hand.
Is that what happened?
He held really hard. And here I am.
Well, that's good. Any news?
All that hand holding.
Any news in that realm that we want to talk about? No.
News and views.
News and views.
A whole new view.
That is a view. Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. With the kids having something to do, Hijinks did bring something in. Like they've added a lot. I know they've been to the bowling center forever, but when
My son thinks that is like
it's
the
cool.
most amazing place ever.
It is,
Which
isn't it?
is way better than like Chuck E. Cheese or something like
Yeah,
that. You know,
yeah.
I mean, thank God he doesn't beg me to go in there. Like,
Oh,
we can go play the zombie game over at Hijinks.
they have a zombie game. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really actually kind of cool.
No, I haven't played it.
It's
Well,
pretty
that tells me where I need to be.
It's pretty cool actually.
I did forget until you just said that we have a Chuck E. Cheese. Is that not sad that I forgot that?
Not really. You don't have like a kid to take there. And
No, that's true.
it's actually so disgusting. I hate going in there.
Oh, I went with
It's
a.
bad that we're bashing Chuck E. Cheese.
No, clean it up. I mean, it's just news and views, right?
I mean, okay, so when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, though, they stamp you. They stamp you with an invisible stamper.
Yes, they do.
What?
No, I'm just laughing because
Okay.
it's funny.
They stamp you at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Moms, kids, dads, everybody. You get
Why?
stamped. I'm not real sure. I think it's a security thing. Like,
You don't get drinks?
well, you're supposed no, like, it's like, okay, you've been stamped. But, like, there's never anybody there that as you walk out, they're like, oh, do your stamps belong together? Is that your son? Like,
They don't actually check them, so they're just stamping and oh, this is the family. Goodbye. Just leave. I don't know.
like as you walk through, they're stamping you. I mean,
So you're gonna get a
and it's
stamp,
invisible.
and it's invisible.
Yeah, or it might be like a pale yellow, like a highlighter.
Why
you know?
is there somebody in chat that can explain that to me?
I think it's supposed to be so it can't be copied. You know, it's a security measure, but our Chuck E. Cheese, I don't think, is really implementing it like they're probably supposed to. I mean,
like
it's
the members in guest books
16-year-old.
that are never signed when you walk in down like to get a drink.
Yeah, they just make sure that the page has some
It says,
signatures.
oh yeah, John Doe and Jane Doe.
Nobody is sending. You care to sign that, please?
I actually like to wait.
No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
No, that never happens. Yeah, no, yeah, not in Jonesboro. But anyway, let's see. What were we talking about before that? Chuck E. Cheese. I've heard, and I've never heard we're getting one, but I.
Can we just stop with the food chains?
Fine, we'll stop at the food chains.
Like, we're not going to do food chains anymore, y'all.
No,
Like,
we have enough.
I know.
We do.
So at lunchtime, this is how it goes. Where do you want to go eat? I don't know. Where do you want to go?
I don't know. We have so many choices. I can't decide.
And then you're like, ugh, Longhorn, Colton's, Outback, and they're all kind of the same. O'Charlie's, Cheddar's, Chili's. They're
Skinny
all the
J's.
same.
Skinny J's. Skinny J's.
Skinny J's is good,
I
but
like
do you
it.
go eat there?
No.
You're like, I don't really want anything heavy. I just want to like a salad or something today, something light, like a sandwich or something. Okay, you can go to Panera or
Yeah, pay $15.
yeah, exactly. You can go to Panera or you can go to San Francisco Bread Company.
Mm-hmm. They're not too bad. I like them.
But all this stuff gets old. Like,
It does. You've had it
where's
once.
the local places? Like you keep saying Skinny J's. Okay, yeah,
I like Skinny J's.
is probably the best place food wise. Like,
It may be.
I mean,
It's-
they really are good. Every
hard
time
to
you
beat
go,
'em.
it's never like you're never gonna go and be like.
Did you ever go when he was in Cash? When he had the place
yeah.
in Cash? He like became famous for being so good out in the middle of nowhere, basically. Yeah, and it was so dang. I remember when the first time I ever went, I was working at a radio station, and they taught me into going, and I said, guys, look, if I've eaten at one little place, I've eaten at a million. I don't need it. Okay, I'm like, no, you don't understand. And truly enough, it was
I
it was
think
amazing.
you kind of put Josie's out of business. Do you remember Josie's?
I remember Josie's.
Like
I
that's
do.
where
But
everybody
let me tell
used
you,
to go
I
get
went
their
to
steaks.
Josie's and had a steak. I didn't know they went out of business. When did that happen?
I have no idea. Somebody
didn't
just said one day, like, Did you know that Josie's went out of business?
If that's,
No.
I didn't know that, so that's news to me. But I've had steak there, and it was okay. But Skinny J's was better.
Oh yeah,
Skinny J's. I mean,
but Josie's is like before anything here. You know, that was the only place that had alcohol around here for
right.
a really
You had to
long
drive
time.
a little bit to get there. And,
yeah, it's like out at Walden or Wiener.
Right. Right.
And so
I remember going to a campaign event out there.
Or is it Waldenburg?
I think it may be Waldenburg.
Waldenburg, right there at the stop sign.
Right,
yeah,
right.
before you, before you get to Wiener.
Right.
Right? Or is it after you? No, it's after you get to Wiener.
After you.
You go right through Wiener and then you go to that little stop sign. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
And it was in that little building. But that used to be like where it was at. I mean, there was nowhere else around here. Heck, we even went there, I think, before prom.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's where we could eat.
That was probably your best choice.
Well, there was not a big crowd. Like, all of us could go and sit down and eat. Yeah.
Do you remember? Okay, I know.
Or some dance.
We got to get off food because we could talk about the food for eternity. I was just about to say, do you remember Shoney's on Caraway Road?
I actually used to really like Shoney's.
I loved Shoney's, and we would come back from the races at like 3 or 4 a.m. and always go in there and get the breakfast bar right as they put it out for Saturday morning. And we'd get the first customers there because we were coming back from like Malden, Missouri or something racing. And I would, as a kid, I would gain 5 pounds every time I'd go there. I loved it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Scott Steiner, the pro wrestler, opened up a Shoney's in Georgia, just so you know. Ackworth, Georgia. So if you're ever in Ackworth, be careful not to, make Big Papa Pump.
Ackworth.
Ackworth. ACWORTH. That's on Twitter. Scott Steiner has a Shoney's. And they are the only Shoney's that serves alcohol, I think, or one of the only. Because if he applies for liquor license, nobody's going to tell him no. You should see him. Crazy.
So size matters.
It does for that guy.
To the board.
His arms are.
Okay. Goodbye.
They're gonna go. We got it. No, his arms like this big. They're crazy. So it's hot time. It's June. Are you selling houses right now? You're selling houses all the time.
Yeah. Like it doesn't.
You just put my friend
Brandon. We don't close or anything.
It never closes, right? Except for when you're closing on a house.
Then it closes.
Pun intended.
Boom.
You just helped my buddy Brandon.
Yes.
Yeah, got him set up in a new place. Was it tough? Was it
for his mom.
Oh, for his mom, right?
But yeah, we were all working together.
Well, that's the same. So was there a lot of looking around? Is it an easy process? Pretty simple? Did they know what they wanted? How does it? How far do you got to be prepped before you come to somebody?
You need to, in this market, just go get your pre-approval. Go get pre-approved. You need to go talk to your lender. You need to know what you're going to do financially. You need to know what you're going to spend, what you can spend, what your monthly payment's going to look like with these numbers. You need to have that idea before you start looking.
I think that's probably a great idea.
I mean, you really do.
What annoys you about buyers? Not in this case, because we know you love Brandon.
How much time do we got? I'm just kidding. I like that. I do. I mean, for the most part.
But you got to have some frustrating things.
Most of the time, buyers are excited and, everything moves, they're all pumped up and things like that.
But
you've got all different kinds of buyers. So, for instance, and I hope they're watching.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope they are. Just know I'm talking about it.
Oh, we're doing the Zoom.
I hope you're watching. I don't think they have Facebook.
Oh, they probably don't.
But they're young, and literally, I saw it on my calendar. I had been helping them since April 7th, I believe. It was like April 7th or 9th of 2017.
Oh, my.
So they come to me. They're referred by a lender. And they're pre-approved. We sit down. We talk about what they're looking for. Their exact words to me, we come from humble beginnings.
Oh. Which telling somebody especially means it, right?
They were looking at houses that were like, $70,000, $85,000 houses. They didn't really want a garage. Right now they're in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. So, they're just they're a young couple looking for their first house to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I know, I was that person one time. Like, I was that person. I get it. So it's hard, especially in Jonesboro, to find a really good house, that's affordable, that isn't
history.
Yeah, that doesn't have like isn't just beat up. So it's hard and it kind of takes a little bit.
Totally.
Well, and they were school district specific.
Oh.
So that made this even harder. And the school district that they were wanting, it's really hard to find anything in like under 200 probably.
BB. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we're looking and looking and looking. Literally, we literally have looked at, I'm not even exaggerating this. And there's more, because this is only what I happen to keep in a file. So there's way more. Of like, I was keeping the MLS sheets like in a file so that way I could keep up with what we've seen.
Yeah.
I counted the other day. There was at least 45 in there.
You've got 45 houses.
With one couple.
Oh, wow. How many would you say on average is normal?
You know how many houses average?
For one couple. 3.
I mean, 20 is a lot.
20 would, yeah. I did 3 when I bought my house.
Right. I mean, 20 would be like somebody in a really weird price bracket.
Yeah.
And they're not real sure, like they could spend a whole lot or they could maybe spend a whole lot less.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just kind of trying to figure out, usually people who are looking at 20 houses are the ones who aren't from here and they're trying to figure out how much bang you can get for your buck.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. Like, could spend $500,000 or I could just do 3 because they come here from a different state and they think that they're going to need to spend 8 and I'm like, they see what an $800,000 house is here and they're like, oh no, I don't need that.
No.
You know, like that's crazy. So they're just trying to figure out where they want to be.
You can usually bank out of an $800,000 house here. It's so big. So
yeah, I mean,
it's
so it's kind of a way for people to figure out what they want. But
you know, I've heard some people have difficulty making important decisions, which buying a house would probably be about the most important one ever.
I think that like this couple specifically that I'm talking about, that is what it was.
Was it?
We wrote, and you know, in this price range, they know that it was going to be multiple offer situation because there's just certain price ranges right now, and you know, everybody gets the one. You don't want to believe me. You think I might be hustling you over, and I'm trying to get you just to go all in. No, I'm telling you, if I thought you could get a better deal, get a better deal.
Sure.
But if I'm telling you need to go full price, go full price.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. Save
You're
yourself.
gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it.
You're
and
not gonna get the house. They missed it. Didn't
3 times.
It's happened 3.
3 times.
Had they missed 3 houses they wanted, then.
But they wouldn't. I mean, and they had opportunities to come up, but they wouldn't.
They're trying to wheel and deal.
And this is not the market to do it. And you know, I mean, you look at so many houses, and it's kind of like, okay, you finally found one that's a great deal. What are you waiting for? This means everything that you need.
If the catalyst is, I want to feel like I got a good bargain on it, that could really hamper the process.
If you got it, you got a bargain.
If you got that, yeah. Once you find the right house, there's a few $1,000s in there. It doesn't really matter much, does it? You hate to say it, but it's one way or the other. It could appreciate or depreciate that much in a whole year or couple.
Yeah, I mean, it's a house. You have to maintain it.
Sure, and you're going to have to put a lot more into it than that couple of $1,000 difference anyway. I mean, you take a look at a house that has an old air conditioning unit, you're looking at $5,000. So, I mean, I know from experience, it really can get expensive when you start to fix up houses. So to me, if you find a house that you want, you got to go for it.
Yes, you got to go for it. And
you
can't haul around about it and wait 2 or 3 days because it never failed. That would be another thing I'd tell these people. We go to a house and it's okay, we like it, we're going to go home and talk about it. I'd ask them about it. Yeah, I don't know, we're still thinking about it. Then a couple days later, hey, is that house still available? I don't know, let me call and check with the agent.
Yeah.
No, it went under contract 2 days ago, sorry.
Dang. And at that point, start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning, we just keep going.
So
I mean, I counted 45, it might have been 47 listing sheets in that file. But I know that there was more because lately, when I've been showing them houses, I haven't even been printing off the MLS sheets because they'll just like, you know, text me and be like, hey, because they're on my website. And so it'll send like, you know, updates that meet your search criteria. So he would just be like, hey, saw that new one that hit, that, you know, and screenshot what it was and then send it to me and say, can I go see this today? And so I would set it up and show it to him whenever I had time. Well, they could only go after 5 o'clock. I have a kid, play t-ball, so mornings on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Rough time.
It was hard to schedule it. Well, they have 2 kids too, and they had kids in sports. So I'm having to schedule around my kids' sports, their kids' sports.
Did they ever play your kids in sports?
No, they're a little bit older.
We tried.
Yeah, but it was always, playing around.
You know, I had one time when I was playing sports.
What?
I was playing t-ball and they hit the ball. And guess where it hit me? Just anywhere on the body. Take a wild guess.
I'm sure in your boy parts.
Anyway, you can continue.
Random. Random.
Yeah, it was.
So we don't even need to get started on that. I have a little boy, right? I mean,
Poor kid.
5-year-old, and bless him, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh gosh.
Boys.
Sometimes a girl just needs.
I have all sisters, so I never grew up around boys. And
really?
so having a little boy, they just born disgusting.
Are we really that bad?
Yes, y'all are that bad.
Oh, I thought it was the girls that were really hiding all that. Y'all were really that
No. I think over the years I've gotten to this point where I've just learned how to accept things.
Mm.
But I can remember even when me and my husband got married and just thinking, he's so disgusting. I won't even get ready in the same bathroom as him.
Really? Do y'all have like a 2-person bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
And you don't get ready in there? You go and use a separate bathroom. Wow.
The smaller guest bathroom.
Need it all to yourself? But let me guess. It's just laid out with stuff. Right?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know.
You got makeup, hairspray, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can clean it up like that fast. I don't have whiskers everywhere.
But you don't have to.
Do you know how many times I would pick up my toothbrush and it would have a whisker on it?
Oh, you need a little cap for your toothbrush.
Or I could just have a toothbrush on my counter and not have to worry about that.
Do you have the toilet in the same room as your bathroom?
No.
Okay. Fair. Because I was going to tell you a bad, sad fact if you didn't know that your toilet will cause poop particles to get on your toothbrush if it's not covered. They've studied and shown that anytime you flush, because people flush, they leave the commode open, tiny poop particles fly up in the air. I'm not kidding.
Tiny poop
particles fly up in the air, and they fall down on your toothbrush. They took toothbrushes and tested
I wonder
them.
how far away the toilet has to be from the toothbrush in order to get
good. Probably,
there.
I would imagine close.
We should do an experiment. Do you know any
I need to find some lab people.
Lab people that can test the air for us?
I need to find some lab people, and then it also depends on the toilet because I have a really nice quiet flush at home, but then there's at the Jonesboro Sun when I remember their toilets.
Some of them are
no, yeah.
They'll spray up in the air, and you'll be God, it got
I've seen jets take off with less pressure behind them than that toilet. That thing was crazy. So, again, that may be part of the study too. But I'm one of those people. I bought a little cap. Well, it came with the cap, but I kept it. And now my toothbrush has a cap on it.
Yeah, I would never remember to put it back on.
Well,
I'm one of those people. It's
at least you got your toilet separated from your bathroom, not brushing with the.
Yeah, but now I'm going to make sure that my toothbrush is always in the drawer.
Everybody is that saw this. It's gonna freak. Yeah, it's gonna freak out.
It's I'm going to see in my mind germs flowing through the air.
And I've never had the whisker thing happen, but I on behalf of all men everywhere, I do apologize for having to deal with that. If we didn't have this facial hair to deal with, trust me when I say we would gladly give it up. Well, no, not all of us. I've seen some bearded wonders out there, but to me, I'm happy. I don't like this. So,
men. I saw. There's this thing online.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it on an app or something that sells stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got little sticky suction cups, and you stick it on your mirror.
Wait a minute, I think I've seen
And then you wrap it around like a hair cape.
Yeah.
And so when you shave, it's supposed to catch it all.
I have seen
I need to find one so I can get it for my husband.
Oh, it looks like a bib. It looks like a baby's bib.
Yes.
And then I saw an invention yesterday. I called a woman's makeup eyeglass invention. That's not what it's technically called. I just made that up. But it's one glasses at a time. So when you're doing this eye, you can have the glasses over here, and then you flip it up, and it flips over here, so you have glasses on this eye when you're doing this eye. I watched this whole 30-second infomercial, never having a need for this in my life. But I said to myself...
So for people who wear glasses?
Who have to put on eye makeup, there was never a solution for them. I never thought about that before.
Oh, I never thought about it. See, I don't have glasses or contacts or anything like that.
I'm supposed to.
Never thought about that.
But I don't.
How did you blind women?
How have y'all made it happen all this time? Just doing
I guess so many people now have contacts too.
Oh, some people maybe just missed. I know a girl.
Or they didn't wear eye makeup.
I know a girl on Facebook, and I know she's not watching this, so I'm going to talk bad about her. She puts her lipstick on above her lip, and she's a supermodel.
Oh yeah, there's some people.
You probably know who I'm talking about.
It's like a signature thing though that people do.
Why? It doesn't look right.
I don't
It's
Maybe
okay.
it makes your lips look bigger. I don't know.
It just looks like you missed to me.
I mean, I've tried it, like, and it just, like, looks like,
what
is she doing? Like, it's obviously on my skin.
That's how I felt too,
Right.
but I didn't know if that.
No, some people, like, do that. Like, that's, like, a thing. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not, like, a makeup person.
Yeah, I'm not either. Although I did have to wear powder when I was on TV, and I would get made fun of if I ever went to the grocery store afterwards. I remember having to go buy makeup, Clinique, buying that. That was an interesting experience in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Maybe kind of different man with makeup on.
But mainly what you do is whenever they ask you if you're gay, you say yes, and then you can just continue on. That's okay. Maybe not.
I'm not gonna go there.
I'm
an equal opportunist.
Well, I just know that as soon as anybody asks me,
I don't recognize sexuality or color or religion or anything like that because I'm a realtor and we don't discriminate.
That's actually excellent. I don't recognize religion or sexuality or what was the other one?
Any of it.
Yeah, I forgot because I don't recognize
kind of protected class. I'm like,
I don't recognize anything.
What are you? I mean, I don't know what that is. Like, I didn't even notice it.
I recognize. Actually, I legitimately do appreciate.
I notice you if you're pre-approved or not.
You got that letter, you know.
I mean,
letter of pre-approval, pre-qualified.
You good to buy? I see you.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's it.
We need those people who are on the fence, like my buddy, whose family came to you to come to you and see you and visit you. Let's put some info up on the screen so people know how to get in touch with you and show them your phone number. What's the best way for folks to call you?
870.
Yeah.
Like this is. Are you really gonna do it if I say it? Like, are you really gonna call me if I sit here and I say it?
Do you want the number?
I'll be like 870. Like, I need a jingle.
8702.
I'll do a competition, a jingle competition. I've always said like it would be cool.
That'd be cool
to do a jingle competition, like 870. Like the guy that is it Memphis or something?
Corey B. Trotz or something like that. Yeah. Now this one guy we can't talk bad about. He's an attorney. What would his?
I love attorneys.
Oh, I love them all.
Love them.
They're great. Call 835. I don't know what the number is, but anyway, I remember it.
Or something that rhymes with Halie.
Haley, Bailey.
Oh no, we've tried this before.
Taylor,
There's
Bailey,
nothing.
Saley, Bailey.
Some kind of slogan.
That's tough. That's tough.
I mean, Nate Lipsky, who works here at Remax, he has commercials out on the radio right now, and he's real estate Nate. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna come up with something way better
real
than
estate
that.
Nate.
But we're not gonna talk about Nate.
I mean, real estate Haley. What about something?
Yeah.
Submit your tips for cute nicknames and jingles.
Slogans, but not like, I have the key to your dreams.
Yeah, you don't like that one?
Mm-mm.
What about if you lock yourself out of your dreams, I can be your locksmith to get into your dreams again?
That's really good.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that and rewind it.
That's the
quote. Write it down.
Competition's over, but we'll go ahead and let y'all submit your ideas too, usually. What else we got? We done?
Well, I didn't finish telling my story about the buyers.
Sorry.
I think the world needs to know
about The world needs to know about these. What happened?
The world.
Did they ever get into a stinking house?
Oh, so for the longest time, I suggested that these people, the best bang for their buck, and the neighborhood that they were describing to me would be Beaver Creek.
I thought you were going to say State Street.
No, Beaver Creek.
Oh.
I showed them probably 5-6 houses within Beaver Creek. And this is a year. Like, this all just went down. Like, we just kind of...
Just all happened.
Severed. I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to tell them.
Oh,
it's there. Like,
the severing has happened, but
we gonna talk.
These poor people.
I just don't know what to say yet. Because, I mean...
Well, we're figuring it out here.
Does anybody else go to work for free? Do you work for free? Do y'all know anybody that works for free?
Some people think I work for free when they complain online, but I actually don't. So
I mean, you got to pay your bills. You got a family. I'm a mom.
I know that.
But they bought a house. Not for sale by owner. Without me.
Your contract prevents that, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not a jerk and I don't charge like huge amounts of money, and so it's one of those things that like.
So,
And probably because I've worked with them for so long, really our buyer's agreement is probably like out of date.
Yeah.
But out of kindness and decency.
For all those times you showed houses and all those things that you pulled and information and appointments and
I don't just show houses. Like, that's what drives me crazy is that people will think like, well, you're a realtor. You didn't even help me find it. No, I didn't. You found it online because it's 2018.
Yeah.
I'm probably like, that's the benefit of the internet. I don't have to do that for you anymore.
Yeah, that helps.
So the chances of me actually finding the house that you want to buy and go look at is probably pretty slim. But my important part of my job, I feel like, is like once you're ready to make an offer, the negotiating, because these people didn't follow any of my advice. None. But that's what I'm here for, is the negotiating, the stuff that happens after the fact. I mean, you can even ask Brandon on his ordeal. Like, actually, he called me and he said, hey, look, I'm going to buy this house. I need you to be my realtor. You have to represent me now.
Yeah.
So I even told him, it's a good thing you told me I had to be your realtor and represent you, because we probably wouldn't have gone through this trouble if I wasn't representing you.
Yeah.
Because there was an old easement on the back of his property.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't the actual easement of access that was recorded. So we had to go through it all with a surveyor, go digging through the history of this property, get permission from the people that actually the driveway ran through their property, have that recreated, have the survey give a new legal description, have a title commitment done, have this added to a deed. I mean, all this mess.
Long process.
All over a driveway that's been there for over 20 years.
But that's part of your job.
I wouldn't have been involved in it. They probably would have run into it later on, because if the people whose driveway, they could have just, or like if it went through those people's property, they could have just put a gate up and said, y'all can't come through here no more. And then Brandon and them could have never got back there to their house ever again.
And how much harder would it have been for him to try to do those things that you're already familiar with?
I mean, would anybody else know how to solve that?
No, I would not even know where to begin. That's what I was saying. I bet something like that would take you a long time. I bet for somebody like me, it wouldn't be able to be accomplished. If I was lucky, I might be able to get it done after like 2 or 3 months of researching all this stuff.
I did it. It took me about a week once I figured it out.
So that's well worth. Obviously, you're thinking about it just in dollars and cents. The time is worth it.
To buy, it doesn't really cost. I mean, for me, other realtors can do whatever. I mean, I usually am charging buyers $350 to $250. It kind of depends. But for $350 to have representation, to have all the liability taken away from you as a buyer, I mean, you're negotiating things and buying a house and you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
None. You don't even know what your rights are really as a buyer.
Yeah, no.
What you're legally entitled to.
No.
And, a contract you print off the internet isn't going to explain that. So a lot of times I can hear people out here talking, it's like totally ADD. But you have no idea. So that's why it's important to use a realtor who knows what we're doing. But for $250, $350, find a lawyer who will do that.
Sure, there's no chance. No chance.
And this is
an hour is what you'll pay them.
I'm talking for a year. All they were going to pay was $350 a year.
And they still didn't go with you on that. That's kind of insulting.
They bought a house that was more money than we were ever going to pay on another house.
No, after all of that, that still got a house that was more, and they could have.
Well, they did put an offer on another house.
Oh, man.
And that house, though, when we went to the appointment, I had already been told that, because it was listed that morning, by the afternoon, the agent had told me it was already under contract. So I tell these people, well, this house is already under contract, because they couldn't come because of work. And so I said, this house is already under contract, you guys. We're going to have to just put in a backup offer. Like, that's your best chance, and hope that this other one falls through. Well, they weren't going to take backup offers, is what they said. But I said, well, we're going to submit one anyways. And we're going to write a letter about how magical this house is and how you feel so warm and fuzzy here. And it was like meant to be.
Take a stab at it, yeah.
It worked.
It worked.
It worked. even the agent, the listing agent, called me and said, "Whose idea was that to write that letter? That was slick."
Really?
He said, "I'm going to start doing it."
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it a couple times. It works. It's good.
Sometimes just winning somebody over personally.
It works. Well, that deal started going south. The deal was falling apart. They accepted it as a backup offer. It's the only backup offer. And the agent told me that they had received 11 backup offers. 11.
Oh my goodness.
And we're the only one that got
Selected.
in the game.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, that deal, the people ended up closing, and we missed out on it. But I mean, we've been trying really hard. And that was probably the highest that they had gone as far as offers goes. But on this house, the highest one, and I know all of this because we've been working with the lender also all together, and the lender is like, "Hey, I got the contract on so and so brought me their contract." Or is bringing me, is what he said. Bringing me their contract. He had no idea I wasn't involved.
Oh no, you found out that way. Oh my gosh.
And to this day, I mean, this happened like over the weekend. So what, it's a week later almost? Yeah. They're like, they still think I'm looking every day on the MLS. And I've been sending them stuff like pretending I'm just waiting for him to tell me the truth.
Oh my gosh. So sometimes when you think...
I mean, I'm technically upside down on this anyways. You broke it down to the hourly rate.
You've lost a lot.
Yeah.
Hundreds. And so it's funny because if you think you're playing somebody, and they might be playing you. And in this case, you know their game already, and you know what's happening. You're just kind of waiting on them to fess up. You got to give them an earful when it happens?
No, probably not an earful. I mean, I might be like, do you guys work for free?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty shoddy.
Kind of crummy.
Don't do it ever again to anybody. Like, that's wrong.
Don't do that to a realtor. So that's a good lesson for us to all learn is don't take the work that you're putting in that you haven't been paid for advantage of or for granted.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Wow. Lessons from Halie.
Oh, I got plenty of lessons. I mean, if we had more time, we could go on and on and on. But
we're going to have more time. I know that for sure.
Yeah, we'd have to...
bring more batteries back.
Yeah. Yeah, bring more batteries. Bring your battery back.
I'll bring this charger in next time. Thank you for talking to me about all this today.
I wish we could keep talking about our trending topics.
I do too.
We veered off so
We veered
bad.
off, but we're going to bring them back. Even though Facebook's getting rid of trending topics, we'll keep them around.
We started this talking about the grocery store, right?
Yeah. And did we ever take...
we talked about Walmart, and that was it. Walmart and Aldi.
Walmart and Aldi, yeah. And there was also...
And I really have no idea what else we talked about.
Target.
Except have I ranted a lot? Have I just blah, blah, blah,
I don't think so.
blah?
I think we were equally ranting. I think it was pretty 50-50. It's pretty good, right?
We didn't even get into conspiracy theories.
Oh, that's next time then. Because we could really have a whole show.
I feel like we should have people that tell us what they want us to talk about. Like,
but I'm a debunker. I'm a professional debunker for conspiracies.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we should do next time.
Sure.
I'll bring my conspiracy theories.
And I'll tell you why they're not.
And why they're not real, because I'm a total conspiracy theorist.
I love that. I'm the world's most enthusiastic conspiracy investigator, because when you find one that's real, it's fun. And you do have to start with the conspiracy, but once you investigate, find out, is it legit or...
Yeah. I mean, like, there are some of them that are out there and I think, really? Like, I feel like we probably really went to the moon.
So,
I mean,
you do think we went to the moon?
Yeah, I don't feel like
I
don't feel like that's a conspiracy.
No, I think we had crappy cameras back then that didn't pick up stars. That was the reason.
I don't think people were that creative. I don't think our government was that creative back then.
What would have happened if they would have got caught doing that? I feel like the fear of getting caught would have completely disqualified our government, because it would have discredited them for life on everything. So,
yeah, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. They weren't that good. They didn't have the technology and stuff that we do now to be able to even pull anything off like that.
No.
No way. But like, I don't think 9/11 was a conspiracy.
You don't think George Bush did it? Oh, okay. All
right. And I really don't. I mean, it has nothing to do with my political affiliation.
Well, you're not a conspiracy theorist so far. You're reasonable.
I just don't think that one. Well, I feel like that is me setting myself up for like what I do believe in.
I like that. That's true. You are okay. So far you have, I feel like, hit the correct points on this.
Yes.
You're not a wacko conspiracy theorist. You might have some good conspiracies, so I'm interested in hearing these. So that's next time on News and Views.
Yeah, next time on News and Views.
This was episode 1.
Yeah.
Did you like episode 1?
It was fun. I hope y'all did too.
I hope so too.
Because we've had fun.
We had a great time. Who cares if you didn't? No, this is great. But we'll be back. We'll do episode 2 of News and Views.
Conspiracies.
Conspiracies.
Dun dun dun.
I like it.